Magnus, I think he apologizes for being late and sits down with his head, and we're finally ready to go, you guys. Day 2 in the Oslo Esports Cup, the match between Magnus Carlsen and Liam Magnus with the white pieces in the first. Rapid game, no surprise.
Not pawn to f3, this time it's knight to f3, the Reti opening.
He mouse slipped. He meant to move the pawn there, but he forgot. He just moved the knight there instead.
So, one of my favourite openings actually, just very flexible, bringing out of the knight. Now white has a selection of choices which pawn to push.
And talking about mouse slip, a lot of people actually thought that Magnus's 1f3 yesterday was actually a mouse slip. He actually intended to play this knight move, and somehow by some
serious mouse slip.
Exactly, you know, well, you can kind of click on the square, right, and maybe accidentally, use your pawn and then, whoa, mistake. But no, Magnus had it all planned out.
Yeah, we have seen mouse slips throughout the tour, especially last season, actually. Here we do see Magnus just choosing his music, I think. The board is not up right now, so we have seen mouse slips in the past, but Magnus, he's so experienced these days with the mouse. He plays so much online chess, it's unlikely that we'll see that again. So, okay, just pushing the pawn in front of his king there, very flexible. This is still very well-known stuff, and now, after black develops his knight, white needs to start challenging for the centre. I'm expecting white's c4 to push forward here.
This is a bit, e3 is not the most normal move. I know Magnus had actually prepared one e3 for one of the Olympiads, I think, isn't that right, as his main opening, but this now is going to a more well-known position.
Exactly, and one thing I've done in the past is studied Magnus Carlsen's openings, studied his games, and just looking on an opening tree that you can create by having that pool of information. He's played pretty much every first move there is, so no matter what move he starts with first, he often knows how to transpose back into more mainline waters, and this is, again, this has gone back into something more well-known. Black wants to castle the king away very quickly. Magnus, meanwhile, going for maybe an alternative strategy, pushing the b-pawn. It's not 1b3, but it's the same idea. White's dark square bishop is going to fianchetto itself. There we go, onto the longest possible diagonal. Maybe hinting at a kingside attack later on. The bishop poised on the same diagonal, pointing towards the black king. But black does try to open up the centre and at least fight for those central squares.
So there are 10 possible opening moves, correct?
20.
1, 2, how's it 20?
So there's 8 pawns, each one of them can move
of
2
course.
different squares. Yeah.
Of course. But how many second and when we come to move 3, right, is like insane amounts of possibilities.
Yeah, I don't even know the number. By the end of black's first move, there's 400 different possible positions.
Wow.
White has 20 options, black has 20 options, so 20 times 20, 400, and that's after one move. Imagine on the last turn, teaming up the queen and bishop, and that has been stopped now by Liem. So white does have kind of the safe option at some point of using the white queen and going back down to capture black's pawn on the b4 square. So Magnus has actually found a very safe way of proceeding. And even if that weak white pawn drops now, white will be a pawn ahead. Still very difficult to win queen endgames. It's all about passed pawns. Neither side has a passed pawn right now. But yeah, Magnus trying to squeeze out the advantage. Liem fighting really hard.
Yeah, I mean,
that pawn did drop.
I guess if the queens come off, you're really going to put Magnus as, you know, nearly 99% favourite. So this is why black's kept the queens on the board. He has more chances to trick Magnus. And of course, we mentioned the knight and queen work very well together. Saying that, it's a safe pawn, isn't it, really, now? So nothing to worry about.
It's what we call a two-result game, right?
Yeah.
I guess so. Magnus playing for the win, but even if Liem defends perfectly, it's only going to be a draw. I think it's going to take a miracle for Liem to win this game. That being said, he is creating some sneaky threats. They're using that black knight, going towards the white king, threatening some checks. And the white king running away to safety, preempting any checks.
Maybe, I'm not sure why that king running away to safety.
No, I was wondering what you do against this move.
Yeah.
Wow, and
No, I mean,
I missed that one as well.
I mean, knight a2. And look at Magnus. He's shaking his head a bit. Did he just miss it? Oh my words, look at it.
Look at that
Magnus
reaction.
mouse
Oh
and Magnus has mouse slipped. He just gave away his queen.
no. And he's
Game over.
incredible.
What? Wow. Oh, this is so dramatic. What just happened? A huge mouse slip?
A blunder first and then a mouse slip. It just fell apart for Magnus in the space of 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And Liem wins game 1 against Magnus Carlsen in their match. Magnus Carlsen, it was looking